Alright, you guys, first and foremost, my apologies for my voice. I'm currently sick right now, but I wanted to go ahead and offer up my first impressions of this new upper I just picked up. It is the Aero Precision's 8-inch blackout with the Atlas R1 handguard. And for those of you who are interested in the part number, here's a photo of that now. Alright, you guys, starting off with the tip. It comes with an 5/8 by 24 A2 flash hider, typical A2 style, military style flash hider, which being in that thread pitch allowed me to go ahead and remove that. And I have the same thread pitch Dead Air Chemo flash hider, which has allowed me to put on my Dead Air Sandman S. Moving back from there, I wanted to go ahead and jump straight into the handguard. I am a huge Aero fanboy, but I have never liked Aero's handguards. When I went ahead and ordered this one, I was really concerned I would not like the handguard, but I was actually pleasantly surprised. The photos of it didn't look bad, and once in hand, then it actually just kind of became more of a realization that I did actually like the appearance of this one. And appearance, I'm sorry, for me is a big thing. It has to actually look cool. And all else, it also has to feel nice in the hand. I am a thumbs forward to a C clamp style grips type of shooter. And a lot of the other ones I've actually had my hands on, I just didn't care much for them, whether it was feel or looks. And this one, at least for me, works out rather nicely. Once again, this is, if I didn't say it already, an Atlas R1. It's got a 1.5 outer diameter with a 1.3 inner diameter. So as far as looks and feel, I'm actually rather impressed, where in the past I've never been a fan of any of Aero's handguards. The proprietary actual locking system for the handguard I thought was really nice, a little ratcheting system, and I found it rather easy to actually take that, loosen that to allow the actual handguard to come off. Mine was a little stiff or stuck on one side, so I just took a soft head mallet and kind of tapped it to break it free, which allowed me to remove this and take a closer look at the barrel and the actual barrel nut and everything like that. I'm also a big fan of the anti-rotation sections they have on their handguard on both sides to help that handguard from not twisting left or right on you, to help maintain zero for anything you may add as far as an accessory to the handguard. Let's see. Some of the cons I found with the handguard. I love that it has the integrated QDs at the 3, 6, and 9 o'clock. I love that they are the quarter turn ones. I can't stand 360-degree ones. Just get your sling all tangled up and everything like that. I'm a huge fan of that, but not guarantee a con. But currently, with my current actual light setup, as far as to utilize that actual sling position, here to show the quarter turn, what I'm talking about. I love that. As far as where it's currently set up and where I would have to place my hand to be able to activate my light with a clicky button on the back, it actually causes me to have to put my hand right on top of that location. I have done this before in the past and I've made it work. I just don't find it as the most ideal. I'm going to continue to mess around with it like that though, to see if I do need to improve upon it, as I also may change my lighting position, which may push my hand possibly a little bit forward, or then I wouldn't have that issue where I might have my hand up a little bit further and not any longer sit on top of it. One of the other things I might do outside of moving to the light location is I might just move to a top mount QD location. So as far as the con, it would have been nice if that was back a little bit further, but that barrel nut's pretty large, identifying why it is where it is. Let's see. It's nice small profile, giving me the nice feel that I like. Has also caused somewhat of a hindrance with its 1.3. You want down? Come on. You want down? Go. With its 1.3 inner diameter and such a short handguard, the gas block has caused interference for accessories. As far as my mag pull side panels, whatever the hell they're called, had zero issues at the 3 and 9 with the gas block. But at the 6 o'clock, I tried a couple different ones of my hand stops and none of them were really working. One of them was because it was too large. It was like overhanging a little bit. And a couple of the other ones, the M-lock bolts would cause interference with the gas block. It would have contact with it. I have in the past shortened bolts to alleviate that problem, and I might go ahead and do that. But currently right now, I just took a part of another hand stop and placed it right there, which allows me to still get a comfortable grip, for me at least, allowing me to get a thumbs over top style grip on that particular handguard. So overall, the handguard I'm a fan of. Just know that you will come into some issues as far as utilizing the provided QD sling nut swivels and interference with possible accessories at the 6 o'clock position. All right, you guys, doubling back to the barrel. At the time of ratcheting the handguard and removing of the handguard, it allowed me to get a better look at the markings on the barrel. I was able to see some of them through the actual handguard, but not all of them, and I wanted to take a closer look. I know that Aero is, no, Ballistic Advantage is a sister company of Aero, or vice versa, and I wanted to just confirm, or possibly confirm, if it was a BA barrel. Upon removal of the actual handguard, I was able to see all the markings. Once again, this is an 8-inch 300 blackout, 1 in 7 5R, chrome moly vanadium barrel, and it does have Ballistic Advantage's, their little logos lasered into it as well. Upon removal of the handguard, with my current setup, with the chemo flash hider and my light mount, and the such small diameter of the handguard, I was unable to just remove the handguard, sliding it up and over the actual flash hider. You could have done it in the same circumstances, one of either two different ways. You could have removed the flashlight or removed the muzzle device. I just went ahead and removed the muzzle device because I just kind of have it temporarily on there to cycle through a bunch of different suppressors I want to do some testing on, and was able to remove that. So just take note of that. If you do ever need to remove the handguard, depending on which muzzle device you have on there with other accessories onto the handguard, one or the other might have to be removed to remove the actual handguard. I did take a photo of the markings etched into the barrel, which I'll go ahead and show you guys now. All right, that leaves us with the upper receiver. This particular set does not come with a BCG or charging handle, but what you do get is Aero Precision's M4 Echo 1 upper receiver. This is not the one with the proprietary requiring of proprietary handguards. This one allows you to use your choice of handguards, and I've actually been a big fan of these M4 Echo 1Ts that majority of my actual ARs are using them. I like the appearance. They come off with this billet-like appearance. And as far as the upper, instead of using a roll pin for your forward assist, it actually utilizes a bolt. For some, that might make it actually a lot easier for them, as it's I want to consider a punch and hammer a specialty tool, but not everyone actually has them. I would consider them not a common tool. So it makes it a little bit easier for certain people to install. And I'm actually a huge fan of those, especially on their lowers for installing the bolt catch bolt release. So the upper receiver is pretty basic. Many of you might be already familiar with it. And I want to say, let's see, I want to say for the most part, that pretty much completes my opinion or my first impressions of the upper. I have not bought a complete upper in at least over 10 or 15 years. In that time, all the ARs I've done, I've pieced liked parts and put them all together myself. So I have high hopes for this one. Having it as a complete and everything right out of the box, and overall appearance, I'm a huge fan of. And what I have it set up on is my M4 Echo 1 lower with a Law Tactical folder and an SBA 3 brace with some miscellaneous other little parts to get that lower completed.